Hello. So this weekend is what I like to call a life admin weekend. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you what real life is like in Shanghai. So it's not always traveling at the weekends, although most weekends we do try and go away. We're away next weekend, which means this weekend I've got to catch up on all the life admin, all of the stuff that needs to be done. Every weekend morning starts the same. I go and get Mew his coffee. To make this vlog a little bit more interesting for you, I'm going to answer some of your questions whilst doing my daily routine. So the first question is, how long have you been living in China? I first moved to China in October 2021. It was supposed to be in 2020, but COVID had its way. So yeah. Mew and I are now going to the gym. So we usually do an hour-ish workout. Just a regular day, nice and boring. These little ankle swingers. Look at those. Look at those shoes. Little trousers. Someone has asked us, how do we get groceries in China? Are there supermarkets? How do we buy groceries?
I mean, there are definitely lots of supermarkets in Shanghai, but we are in Songjiang, so quite remote area. So I don't think there are many supermarkets around us, at least not cheap daily supermarket. So I usually get groceries from Dingdong. You can just order wherever you want, and then there is a delivery guy will deliver to your house door, so that's very handy, very convenient, but I mean the price is not cheap, so I don't get much. But there is a metro near us. Sometimes we'll go there to get fresh bread or something like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna head there now. So we're gonna go to the actual supermarket so you can see what it's like and kind of what the prices are. But yeah, we usually buy online and it arrives within a couple of hours really. And that is the cheapest place to buy flowers. Mew, every single week, will buy me flowers.
Yeah.
And they're
only 20 kwai, 25 kwai.
Yeah, they are straight from the stem. He always usually buys me roses, although my favourite flower are tulips, and he bought me tulips last week. But the roses, they are straight from the bush. So you need to take care of them a little bit. But yeah, they're much cheaper. We usually get 12 roses. Yeah, so that's a really good option, especially if you are not near a supermarket. But yeah, let's go to Metro. The cost of eating out at restaurants, if they're Chinese restaurants, is much cheaper than that in the UK. However, going to Western style places is more expensive. McDonald's is cheaper here. As well as Metro and big supermarkets like this, there are actually small international supermarkets as well, but the prices there are higher because it's imported. If you're interested in a full video dedicated to the cost of living in Shanghai, please let us know in the comments. This is something that I can definitely do for you. However, the cost of how I live may differ to how other people live. It totally depends on your lifestyle. But yeah, let us know if that's something you're interested in, and I'll see if I can make it for you. After the gym and a quick shower, it's time to edit. Realistically, this is what most of my weekend looks like. I will probably spend 8 to 10 hours a day editing because I get home too late to edit on weekdays. So weekends, one weekend we're away, the next we edit, then we're away, then we edit. So it's very busy. One of the questions we've been asked is, how do we find the time to travel so much, considering we both work extremely long hours? The answer is weekends. We go away most weekends, which means weekends we don't go away are admin weekends like this one. And also we make the most of the National Day holidays, Chinese New Year, and things like that, because I'm not entitled to annual leave, so I can't just book a holiday whenever. I can only book it during school holiday time. So yeah, utilize the weekends. In my first year in China, I didn't go anywhere, so now I make sure to travel when I can. Time for our next question. What is the best season to visit Shanghai? For me, I would say spring. I love spring. There's lots of flowers. The temperature is good because in winter it's cold and in summer it's too hot. So I'd say spring or autumn, but I like the new life of spring. Occasionally on weekends, we also have projects with sponsors or partnerships. So let us take you behind the scenes of what we got up to. This is not sponsored, by the way. So we've been invited to have dinner at the hotel, and it specializes in seafood, and boy does it specialize. So we've got so much, and this is just our first course. I'm definitely gonna go and check out the rotating ice cream machine. But Miu has lobster and baby octopus. They are very cute. Look at the size of these. And we are gonna cook them in our hot pot on the table. Bon appetit! So now we've moved on to desserts, and as promised, I've gone for the ice cream. Now they have 12 different flavors of ice cream, and we're gonna try them all. I'm gonna try them all, but don't worry, they are quite small. We asked the lady if she can give us really tiny bits because we are going to try all of them. I think I already know which one's my favorite, but we'll see. Can you remember what flavors they are? No? Okay. I don't know what flavor they are either. Ooh. I have no idea what this is, but it's quite nice. Mango. I think this is mango. That's nice. Next one. And of course, we have to try the mint chocolate chip. The best. Part of my weekend routine is studying Chinese. So every day I do some amount of Chinese, but the weekend is when I try and write down everything that I've learnt in the week. So that leads us on to the next question. Can I speak Chinese?
对，我会说一点点中文，但是我的声调有时候不对。
That leads us to the next question. Can you survive in China without speaking Chinese? It completely depends on where you are. Shanghai is a very international city, so lots of the street signs are also in English. They may have English menus at restaurants. The younger generation, quite a few people can speak English as well. However, I always find if you are traveling to and especially living in a country, you really should try to learn the language. Not out of necessity, but just out of respect for the culture that you're moving to. In more rural areas, like when we're traveling, nobody speaks English. But quite often as well, in rural areas, they don't speak Mandarin. They will use their local dialect. So even learning Mandarin sometimes might not be that helpful, but it will help you to read things and just show respect for the culture. But you don't need it for Shanghai, but I still recommend learning a few words before coming to China. Sorry if today's vlog is a little bit chaotic. It just feels like it's been a long time since I've sat down and had a chat with you. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. Mwah.